What's up, guys? It's your boy Johnny Drives. So, if you're new here, I mean, practically this channel is just about rebuilding cars from Copart. And yeah, but today I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't know how to do is how to get your car basically registered whenever you get it from Copart because a lot of people have trouble doing it. So, I'm going to walk you through the process right now. So, let's just get into it, straight into it. The first one, right when you get your car, the first thing you should do is go on your phone and check if it has any recalls, like I'm gonna do right here. So this BMW right here, that I already took it to the recall today, but it had a recall, so I have to get that done for inspection. So yeah, that BMW right there, it had a recall. I had to get it done because you can't pass inspection without it. So that's the first thing you should always do is do the inspection. So right there, as you can see, 2006 BMW, blah blah. No, as of today, it has one open recall, which I just did it today. So it takes about probably like 4 days for it to go in the system. So if you do your open recall, it does take 4 days for it to actually go in the system. So if you do it, do not schedule your safety inspection or your brake and light because it will not pass inspection. So just wait probably like 4 days and then schedule your inspection. What I would do is right after you're done doing the recalls, try to get the car to pass smog because that's what you're gonna need. So first thing, recalls. That marker sucks. Okay. First thing to do when you get your car from Copart. Number one, search for recalls. So recall first. Number two, after you get the recall done, smog. Get the car smog ready. You need to drive it. You need to drive it, do the whole car cycle, which I like to use this scanner right here. Look, this scanner right here, this one right here, it'll tell you about check engines and it'll tell you if your car's smog ready. So this scanner is pretty easy to use. I'll show you guys a little demo on how to use it right now. So number two is get the car smog ready. All right. So number three is inspection, right? Yeah, inspection. So number three, this is the hard one because if you're in California, I believe anywhere else, I think you don't have to do all this. But for this one, so like as you guys can see on this car right here, on this BMW, the tires have to have more than 50% of tread, which I already did that. Tires are brand new. The brakes have to have more than 50% of brake life, which I already did that. They're brand new. And then your lights can't be foggy, which I just sanded them down and kind of fixed them, And your windshield can't be cracked. Nothing can be basically the car has to be perfect. And on the back windshield, you can't have no tint where the third brake light's at. So you got to get rid of that. And also on the front too. In California, you cannot have tint on the front too. So we have to remove that too. And basically all I've done so far is I just did the recalls. That's all I've done on this car. I still have to go do all this stuff I'm telling you guys. But I just thought what a good way to make a video on this real quick. So, number three is basically get the car ready for safety inspection or wherever you're at in California. Now it's called a safety inspection. In wherever else it's a brake and light inspection. Which, I mean, the brake and light was easier back then because back then you didn't need to do all this stuff I'm doing. So like right now you can't even, back then you could pass inspection with a airbag light on. It didn't matter. But now you can't have an airbag light. The windshield has to be perfect. You can't have no cracks on the windshield. Uh, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and the defrost lines have to work. They check all that for some reason. And I remember there was a time where I had a white BMW. I passed inspection with no windshield, no mirror on the side because it was broken, and they would pass it like that because all you needed was brakes and lights, which I had that, and my tires were completely bald. But California changed all those laws like probably like 5 months ago, so now you need all the car practically has to be brand new. So just keep in mind that if you buy a car from Copart and the airbag lights on, you're gonna have fun because that's a hard one to fix. So, three, safety inspection. So, once you're done doing all that, this is the easy part. You just go to the DMV, which is number 4. You go to the DMV, you get it's called a VIN verification. So, for this, you don't need an appointment. You just go in there and they'll do it for you. You just have to stand in line. So, that's probably the worst part. So, it's just called a VIN verification. Probably spelled that wrong, but it's all good. Anywho, the VIN verification, that's the easiest part. Once you get there, that means you're practically done. So, uh, I'm just gonna tell you something. I have a trailer, so with the trailer, I can just do all this like that, you know. But if you want to spend money, because I mean, usually I don't go this route because sometimes you can't get the car fixed, and then you just gotta basically, I don't know, take it a pick and pull or something or part it out. So I choose not to go this route because this route gets expensive. But let's say you don't have a trailer, you can, right when you get the car from the dealership, I mean from Copart, the auction, right when you get it, you could go to the DMV, right? So basically this would be your first step. Go to the DMV. They will make you pay your registration. So you're gonna pay the registration. You'll pay the registration, and when you pay the registration, you get a moving permit. So basically, this would also be one. You get the moving permit, which I've done this a couple times just because I don't know. I just didn't. I felt like driving the car. You know, it was a nice car, and I felt like driving it. So I would go to the DMV and just pay the registration of how much the car was, and then I'd go through all those steps. So I'd do the recall first. I just drive it there. I do the smog and just drive it there, and then the safety inspection and just drive the car there. I wouldn't trailer it. Which that part it only gets expensive because if you can't get the car to pass, you just spend all this money at the DMV and you can't even get it back, you know? So that's just if you don't have a trailer though. But yeah. But anywho, after you do the VIN verification, then basically they'll just give you a paper and then you just go inside and pay for the registration and then you get your tags and everything right then and there. But you can probably do all of this in like a week max if you hustle it out. I think the fastest I ever did it was one day because I didn't have a recall, so I just did everything in the one day. So yeah, that's just how to do basically the safety inspection on the cars, you know. So and then I don't know, I like to tally things up right here. That's my BMW cost right there for that one so far, and we're not even done. We still got to go pay all this stuff, but that's basically how to get the car inspection ready. And then we're working on this one right now. And we're gonna sand it all down real quick, which I already did, but I just been driving it. But I'm gonna sand it down because I'm gonna get it painted tomorrow. So yeah. So that's basically how to get the car inspected. And if you learned something, subscribe, follow, like, comment. Follows the same thing. Just realized. Anywho, yeah. So we're out. Peace. Real quick, one thing I forgot to add. So the recall, that's free. The smog, you're gonna pay somewhere between $40 to $60. The safety inspection, now that you're gonna pay anywhere from I paid from 120 to 300. And then the VIN verification, I think they charge $100. And then your registration just depends on how much you bought the car. So that can be like 50 through, I don't know, fucking 1500, something like that. And then the moving permit, well, that just comes with the registration. So yeah, so you'll be looking anywhere from these. You'll probably be anywhere like $300 just to get the car inspection ready. And now for real, I'm out. Peace, deuces.